There's nothing to worry about. Just fine. I'm your #1 fan.
Jeep Creep. What's happening, my Jeep Creepers? All right, we got a product review. This is a fun piece of camping gear that I've been wanting to try for a while, and I noticed it, and I snagged one. Right here, boom, boom. It is the Coleman Camp Oven, and it's just a little oven in a box that folds relatively flat. So, does it perform? Well, let's take a look, try it out. Just to let you know, guys know, I'm not sponsored or anything, so I bought this on my own. I'm a big fan of Coleman stuff, so I'm really curious to see if this is as cool as my old Coleman stoves. So let's open up this bad boy. Not much to look at. It's packed. So we'll take it out of the box. Comes with a nice little baking rack. Pretty cool. And you can probably just store this in the box because, you know, it just folds up out of the box. This thing is flat. Pretty cool. It's got two tabs. It's got one here, so you just unlock that. And it's got another one on the back, on the top right here. Unlock that. And this thing simply accordions out. And I don't know if you saw that or not, this piece right here, it was on the top of this, like that, just kind of slides down like that. And then it's got a piece right here that just simply pulls up like that. Now, the one thing you want to do, make sure this is fully accordioned out, because these side tabs right here, see that right there? They fit right in there. You get the other side in. Like that. And then you just lock it down. So let's do that for the other side. This is a lot easier than I'm demonstrating. I'm just trying to do this in a kind of awkward position, but same here too. It's also got the tabs on both sides, and then it's got the lock right here on the bottom. And then there you go. You've got yourself an instant stove with a thermometer. It's got this cute little open, and there you go. Now on the inside of this stove, it's got a, what I'm gonna guess is these two panels right here are like for heat dispersion. So the heat heats these panels up, and then the heat rolls over on the sides, I'm guessing, on the fronts and the backs. Because you're just supposed to set this like right on top of fire, I guess, or a Coleman stove. We'll look at the instructions and make sure that is the correct way of using it. And then this rack, it's got little dimples, so you can kind of set your height. So let's just put it on the low one for now. And you can just kind of pop it in. And that's a nice snug fit. You can put a lot of weight on that. And it has 3 settings. This is the lowest setting. You can see the on here, the middle setting, and yeah, you can see the middle setting and the high setting there. Keep losing my focus. But there we go. Not too bad. All right, for my test, I'm going to be using Martha White Wildberry Muffin Mix. Just add milk. Instructions call for 400 degrees for 14 to 16 minutes. I'm using a little baking tray and papers, and I'm just gonna fill it up and we'll get to cooking or baking. All right, after a lot of screwing around, trying to get the old fuel out and get some new fuel in, we got it going. So cool, got a flame. Now, let's go ahead and put our grill on. And I'm just gonna let that hit to the yellow there a little bit. and see how well it heats our oven. I want to try to preheat the oven. And let's see, does this fit on there pretty good? Well, yeah, pretty good. I'm kind of thinking maybe get both burners going. I don't know. Let's take a look here. I mean, here it is. It sits on there, but I can actually probably get both burners on this thing. Let's try that. I'll open up the key and see if I can get this other one lit. Well, we finally got a little bit of temperature. I switched it back to one burner. Seems to be helping. This thing is struggling to get up to temperature. I think I might put my muffins in and just see how long it takes to cook them at 200 degrees. I really don't think this gauge actually reads the air temperature very well. But there's the muffins. They're in there. Let's see if they cook. I'm gonna check in. We're still not getting over 200 degrees. But like I said, I don't think that thing really reads air temperature very well. The stove is... it's hot to touch. I can't keep my hand on it long. And I touched the muffin pan and it's hot. So it's cooking. That might be accurate. I don't know. It kind of feels like 200 degrees when I touch it. So if it were any hotter, it kind of burned instantly. But blue flame, full blast. No sense in using the other one. It just kind of makes the other flame kind of crappy, and I don't think it really does much for it. And all it does is put soot on the side of it. So I'd center it more, but there's a hinge on this and the lip on this. So this stove, while it's a nice size, it doesn't fit the dual fuel camp stove 424 perfectly. But we are going to try cooking still, or baking, I should say. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I think muffins are probably the easiest thing to do in an oven, right? Not exactly baking a roast or anything. So let's see where we get with this. And also, I should mention I'm in the garage, and I got a fire going in the barrel stove, so it's not super cold. You know, in the 30s probably in here, a little bit warmer. We're climbing a little more. Getting closer to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's cool. I'm supposed to bake these at 400 for, what was it, 14 to 16 minutes? But, yeah, let's see how these come out. I think one of the problems, though, too, is old fuel. I tried to get as much of the fuel out, but you can't, these aren't really designed to drain fuel out of, like, the nozzle has a neck that goes down in it, right? So, I couldn't figure out how to get it out. I kept pumping it, squirting it out, and I got as much as I could get out, but it's still sloshing in there, and I added, I don't know, maybe 3/4 of a tank in there of fresh fuel, and it's been going good. I mean, I got true blue flame. I got it cranked up, so I know that ain't helping it much, but she's still climbing the temp. We're at 300 now. So yeah, like I said, we're at 300 and climbing. If we look at the inside real quick, muffins are rising, so they're cooking. Don't want to let all the heat out. Still slowly climbing. We're almost at 350. I decided to turn the other burner back on, see if that'll push it over the edge, and see if we can get to 400 degrees. I don't know, it's been about 10-15 minutes at least. We're getting there. Alright, temperature dropped a little bit with both burners on, so I turned the other one back off and pumped it, and just trying to crank on the one. See how the muffins look. Oh yeah, looking good. Not golden brown yet. I got a toothpick to test. It's been, I don't know, 20-25 minutes, something like that. Definitely works better on one burner. Look at that, guys. We are almost at 400 degrees. Heck yeah. This little sucker's heating up now. I turned up the thing to 3/4, you know, to where it's as high as it can go without getting too yellow. Anything above that, the flame doesn't get any bigger. So, yeah, we are cranking. Dang, we're at 425. I actually need to dial her down a little bit. So let's Dial that roar down just a hair, see if I can control the temperature in there. I'm gonna open the door. Oh, they're brown. Are they cooked? Pretty clean. Oh, I burned them a little bit. Yikes, time to get them out of there. All right, now is the moment we've all been waiting for, the taste test. Are these absolutely terrible? Well, some of them did come out a little bit burnt, and you'll notice this was the side where I had the flame was like sitting right here, so it wasn't dead center like it was supposed to be. And the bottom looks a little burnt. How burnt is it? Is it edible? Oh, that's burnt. But the metal's good. So how many of these did we burn? That's burnt on the bottom. That's a little bit burnt. But as you get to the other side, less burnt. Not burnt at all. Not really burnt at all. Let's open it up. Yeah, not bad. And delicious. So, conclusions. The stove works good. Or I mean, my oven works good. The stove I had, not so much. The fuel in it was bad. That didn't help. And then the stove surface wasn't big to center it over your master flame. So it got up over 400 degrees. It's capable of doing it. It took about 20 minutes or so to do it, which isn't terrible. Meanwhile, I was cooking these the entire time, and I overcooked them. Whatever. But if you have a better stove, I'm gonna probably try this over my propane stove in my camper next time and preheat it and do everything the way you're supposed to cook like a normal human being. It actually works good. I don't see any reason that you can't. I think the temperature was pretty accurate at 425 on the speedometer. At first I didn't think it was working, but then it seemed like it was working. If you really just watch your stuff, I mean, like, I wouldn't trust that thermometer, you know, with meat or anything. You're gonna want to use a temperature probe. But, and with muffins, I should have watched these outer ones, or the ones over the flame. I didn't see it too good because I kept just popping the door open, and I saw these, and these started getting golden brown while these were getting black. But yeah, it's a good way to cook. It works good. I highly recommend it. I like it. I'm gonna be using it more in the future. Maybe try to cook a meal in it one day. Not sure what. Maybe like a bake, like a lasagna or something. That'd be good because, you know, those seem like they're harder to burn anyway. Anyway, that's my product review of the Coleman Oven. Stay tuned, and we're gonna have other camping gear that I'll be reviewing that I purchased. Till next time.